Friday, we have all 5 games. Before we get into just a couple of things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free college football picks are updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports. We also have NFL. We got Major League Baseball and more. So it's a good time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel, hit the thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing our top cappers in our industry. Click the link to the hot cappers. Get signed up. Guys like Ramon, who's been on hot. Collins, Mindy, they've been hot. Click the links and get signed up to our long-term passes. You see on our college football side, guys that have been hot as well. Has been a Ramon coming off a good day. Collins has been hot. I've got Hollywood Sam. So click the link, get signed up to one of our passes. You'll find premium picks at the top of the page. Drop down menu here with the free pick. As you scroll, you'll see that we have featured picks here. You can click the best bet tab, and each capper can designate one of their picks per sport per day as a best bet. So you'll see multiple up there, like our guy Paul has a couple. Hollywood Sam, I got one up there. Mindy's coming in with the best bet. Click the link and get signed up. We do have a $15 premium pick. Each capper can designate one premium pick for $15 per day to showcase their service, and some of them will put their best bet as that. So be sure to check it out over at the site over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let you know about our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Also love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one started. Tulane versus Houston college football pick for Friday. Tulane fell to 3-1 after that 27-24 home defeat to Southern Miss. Green Wave lose despite holding the Golden Eagles to 253 yards and just 59 rushing yards on 27 carries. Tulane had a -1 turnover margin. They gave up 4 sacks. Quarterback Matt Pratt is completing 63% of his passes with 9.4 yards per pass attempt. He struggled in the win against Kansas State. Now Houston, they're 2-2 with that 34-27 home win to Rice. Cougars win despite allowing 334 passing yards on 40 attempts. But the Houston Cougars averaged over 5.5 yards in that one on the ground in victory. Quarterback Clayton Tune, 65% of completion rate, 7.8 yards per attempt. No, Houston has played a tough schedule. Rice does have an upset win in Kansas State. The Green Wave is giving up 100 yards over their season average on the road and gaining nearly 100 yards less than season average on the road. That's a $200 yard differential there. Cougars offensive production better at home. The play here, Houston -2.5. UTSA and Middle Tennessee State college football pick for Friday. UTSA moved to 2-2 after that 52-24 home win to FCS Texas Southern behind 553 yards. Their losses came by 21 to Texas and by 2 in overtime to Houston. Quarterback Frank Harris is completing 67% of his passes with 8.5 yards per attempt. He has been accurate in all 4 games this season, and 6.3 yards per attempt was his low in a game at Texas. Now, Middle Tennessee State, they improved to 3-1, a 45-31 road win at Miami. Blue Raiders rolled up 507 yards on the Hurricanes behind 408 yards passing, and with a lot of big plays. Quarterback Chase Cunningham is completing 71% of his passes with 8.3 yards per attempt. UTSA's defense has performed poorly on the road, giving up 472 yards, 5.2 yards per rush, and 232 yards in the passing game, allowing 11.3 yards per pass attempt. Roadrunners' offense has clicked on the road. The play here, UTSA and Middle Tennessee State over 64. San Diego State and Boise State college football pick. This one goes off here on Friday. San Diego State improves to 2-2 after their 17-14 home win here to Toledo. The lack of offense continued for the Aztecs as they're held to 282 yards in victory. San Diego State has been held to under 300 yards in all 3 FBS versus FBS games. Quarterback Braxton Burmeister completing only 53% of his passes for a poor 3.6 yards per pass attempt. Boise State drops at 2-2 after their 27-10 road loss at UTEP. A brutal offensive performance for the Broncos, just 177 yards. Despite poor quarterback play, the Broncos still only gained 84 rushing yards. Backup Talon Green, though, is under center for the Broncos and starts here. He did show ability in a 34-17 loss at Oregon State with 102 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 68% completion rate. San Diego State's defense is giving up 393 yards a game with 258 in the passing game, 7.1 yards per pass attempt. Quarterback upgrade the difference here in this one. So the play here will be on at Boise State here at Washington versus UCLA college football pick. This one here is on Friday. Washington improves to 4-0 after their 40-22 home win to Stanford. Another strong offensive performance for the Huskies, gaining 478 yards. Quarterback Michael Penix, a transfer from Indiana, threw for 309 yards, 8.4 per attempt in the win. On the season, Penix is completing 64% of his passes, 12 touchdowns, a pick, and 9.7 per attempt. They rolled up 503 yards on Michigan State at home the week prior. UCLA 4-0 with that 45-17 road win to a down Colorado team. 515 yards from that offense in the win, 294 rushing on 34 carries. Senior quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson completing 75% of his passes, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick, 8.4 yards per attempt. Thompson-Robinson, a mobile quarterback. Penix is more of a pocket passer. Remember, he had those 2 major knee surgeries while at Indiana. Both defenses have played well this year. UCLA giving up 301 yards a game, Washington 302. But this is the Huskies' first true road game of the season. 4 games, 4 at home, no true road games. The play here will be Washington, UCLA under 65. New Mexico versus UNLV college football picks for Friday. New Mexico fell to 2-2 after their 38-0 road defeat at LSU behind only 129 yards. In their other step-up game, the Lobos were held just 123 yards at home to Boise State. Quarterback Miles Kendrick completed 58% of his passes with 6 yards per pass attempt. Low-volume passing and losses to Boise State and LSU. UNLV improved to 3-1 after their 34-24 road win at LSU. Rebels win despite a ground game that produced just 103 yards on 42 carries. Rebels benefited by a +6 turnover margin. They picked off 5 passes, getting up 313 passing yards on 42 attempts. UNLV quarterback Doug Brumfield is completing 70% of his throws, 8.5 yards per pass attempt. He's a running threat with 4 touchdown rushes. UNLV scored 52 at home to FCS Idaho State and 58 to North Texas, gaining over 500 yards each game. They did give up 21 to FCS Idaho State at home. The play here at New Mexico and UNLV over 44. Hey, that was our college football pick show here for Friday. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. More live shows coming out throughout the day. And more free picks as well for the Saturday action from college football. I'm Tony T. Back a little bit later.